Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So, got an unboxing video for you. There's also going to be a flight in this as well. And this is the new LiteHawk High Roller. Now, this is a neat little contraption. I saw this at the source actually first, and then I checked on the website and I'm like, wow, they got a new one. And they've already got the parts out for it, so you can get spare parts. But this thing, apparently it drives and it flies. And I thought, hey, a caged quad. That's cool. So anyways, just in looking over the box a little bit, turn it around, got the remote. And you got air and ground mode. So we're going to figure this out. I haven't tried this yet. I'm just about to cut the seals. I bought this last night. It was actually... went on sale for 79 bucks, and I thought, yeah, why not? Let's try it out. It's a new kind of quad anyway. Two flying modes, standard and sport, which is going to be changes in your cyclics for movement. So standard, of course, is going to be, slower movements and, for the more beginner pilot. And, of course, you go into the sport mode for more advanced flying. You got trim controls, digital trim. It's 2.4 gigahertz. Throttle and rotation is on your left stick. Forward, backwards, left and right roll. Okay, it's going to be on your right stick. And of course it's going to take some batteries, and we got lots of batteries, so we're good there. So let's open this thing up and check it out a little bit further. More tape to cut. There we go. I was up on LiteHawk's website, and believe it or not, they don't actually even have a video out on this thing yet, which was quite surprising. Tape here. I think I'll keep that for a stand. That'll be kind of cool. Alright, box away. So we've got our machine in its roller cage, our manual, we've got our parts bag, we've got a USB charger, 4 extra blades, and also the sticks for the remote. I actually looked at the online manual on LiteHawk's website last night, and I read the part about the sticks, that you actually need to insert the sticks yourself, I guess because of the way the packaging is. That's just a little clicker, Pretty good, you can't accidentally hit it, which is nice. So, looks like these have a one-way go-in dealie. You know what, let's see if the manual tells us. There's some cutouts on here, so I want to make sure they go in the right way. So let's take a look at the manual. Battery installation, throttle controls, roll control, pitch control, yaw trim adjustments, air ground. Air ground. Place the high roller on a flat surface. Press the indicated button to switch between flying and rolling. Apparently this thing can roll up walls, roll on ceilings. Plus it flies. Pre-flight. Huh. It doesn't even tell you how the sticks actually install, even though they got the little grooves on them. So we're going to have to figure this out. I'm going to just grab a flashlight. And I'm not even seeing any little notched cutouts as far as insertion goes, so it's just push it in until it goes flush to the edge, I guess, here. That's it. Okay. Antenna. Even swings. That's cool. Nice. And of course our batteries. So we're going to have to put some batteries in this, and we're going to charge this thing up, and we'll be back with the rest of the video, but let's just take a little bit of a look at this thing. Now from what I've seen on this so far, these are white headlights, which is actually kind of cool, nice for directional. Flies indoors and outdoors. This is actually kind of cool. And let's try and flip it here. Our battery is actually inserted in here, and well, it looks like I'll actually have spare batteries already for this one. Looks like it takes the same battery as my other quad. Anyway, so our battery sits underneath here. We've got plastic pinion gears for both the blades and the motor pinions. So it's going to be real simple and easy to replace those when something happens. Looks like the blades just pop on and off the shaft, which is cool. So you don't have to worry about any screws holding them down. It's just a friction fit sort of thing. You do have to make sure though that you get the right blade pitch when you're replacing blades, because your blade pitches are going to be different, you know. So this is going to be like a front, actually this is going to be a rear right, and then your rear left, and so on. So like I said, we'll charge this thing up, put some batteries in the remote, and we'll come back with a driving and flying review portion, and we'll see how this thing actually does, because it looks different and it doesn't weigh a lot. I think if I read it right, it was about 2.5 ounces or something. I'm sure we can weigh this thing up, and actually let's do that now. I've got a scale here. There we go. I'm actually curious to see how much this thing weighs. Just hold it up enough to try and balance it here. Oh, there we go. So we're at 2.505 ounces. So 2.5 ounces. That's pretty good. And that's battery, quad, and all. That's doesn't weigh very much at all. So we should get some half decent flight time out of this, I'd imagine, because it doesn't weigh very much. It does look kind of different though, eh? It's neat. So anyway, all right. So we're gonna go put some batteries in this, put this thing on the charger, get the battery topped up, and we'll be back. Okay guys, we back with our LiteHawk high roller, and we're going to give her a driving and flight test. Now just keep in mind, have never flown this thing before, so this ought to be interesting, and I've never driven a quad, so this is going to be more interesting. So according to their book on binding procedures, we have to plug the quad in first. Like so. And the lights are going to flash like crazy. And then you turn your radio on. And you get 2 beeps, and then up throttle, down throttle. And steady lights. We should be good to go, apparently. Yep. Okay, so I don't know what the default mode is, but we're about to find out. Okay, obviously driving is just driving. So let's go click the button. Oh, that kind of sucks. Okay, so okay, I gotta learn how to fly again. So obviously we started in flying mode, even though it drove the cage. I'm gonna drive up my door. Oop. Alright. Okay, that should be ground mode. Oh, you can actually steer. Awesome. Okay, it's definitely not going to go up the door that way. There we go. Okay, so we'll sort of drive up the door and then get stuck. So we really need a smooth wall for this. But we haven't really got any around here right now. Let's see if we can drive up the side of the fridge. Okay, that was kind of cool. So, oh, nasty. So you definitely have to have a smooth surface to drive on. So let's hit the ceiling and see if we can drive around the ceiling. Now that is freaking cool. A little over 3/4 throttle to stay up there, but well, at least this way if I hit my TV, my wife won't kill me. It's in a cage. So it actually flies really well. This thing should fly outdoors too, but it's winter time and I'm not taking my toys outside in the winter time to fly. Just because snow and water, yeah, they don't go well with these. Yeehaw! Okay, I think that's enough fun for now. I gotta learn to fly better. But I gotta tell you, I mean, 80 bucks, it's a lot of fun for 80 bucks. You know, sale price anyways. Regular is like 90. But, you know, I don't say this too often, but it's definitely worth the money. Now the battery plug is gonna be a bit of a bugger for the first couple times, and I kind of expected this because my UDI 816 quad uses the exact same battery, and those connectors are a real bugger until about the first 5 or 6 rounds. There we go. So dig your thumb right into the back under here, dig your thumbnail in, and then just pull the connectors. Don't pull at the wires, just pull at the connectors so you don't mess them up. But headlights are cool, so this should actually be fun for at night outside for sure. Blades are well protected. Obviously it can do as they say it does. You know, it drives, it flies, you know. It steers even on the ground and up on the ceiling. Definitely gotta be flat surfaces, because any kind of bump, like if you look at my door here, this is where it got jammed up. There's a ledge here that it got caught on, so it can't roll over, stuff like that. There's just not enough power in the machine for that, or, you know, whatever, but it won't go past. So you really have to have this flat, smooth surfaces to drive up them. And the ceiling is actually really ideal. You know, it works pretty cool, and you know, how often you get to drive a quadcopter on the ceiling, right? So, pretty good little machine overall. So we're definitely going to, so far, you know, and I'm only going to go this far so far because we will do an update after I've gotten, you know, about 30 flights or so in on this to see how well it stays together. But so far we're looking at a good 4 out of 5, guys. It's good value for the money. It does what they say it's going to do. The 2.4 gigahertz is nice because it's going to give you exceptionally long range. The flight time they say is around 5 to 6 minutes, which I can see that because, like I said, it's the same size basically as my UDI 816. You get about 5 or 6 minutes to it, and it does use the exact same battery as that one does. So I know what the battery lifespan is going to be. The cage thing, it's pretty cool because it's going to protect stuff. So if your kid or husband, you know, daughter that's flying this, whoever happens to run into the TV, it shouldn't be a big deal because it's pretty protected there. You know, but anything you run into, it's going to pretty much bounce from. I did check online about parts prices, and the parts are reasonable, you know, for this thing, for replacement parts, so quite happy with that. That was good. You know, and everything you need for this you can get, so it's the way LiteHawk works, and that's good. Your standard and sport modes, like I said in the first portion of the video, standard is, you know, low cyclics. Sport's going to be your higher cyclic movements. So you want to keep it in standard mode until you get used to things. You got your air and ground. When you're on ground, it doesn't want to fly, which fine, it's supposed to go on ground. But you need the air mode for sure to stay up on the ceiling. Anyway, so yeah, pluses pretty much all the way around. Now as far as drawbacks, the battery lifespan is going to be something that is a little bit on the side, but you can buy spare batteries for this thing to get more flying time in. The charge time was only like tops 30 minutes, so it was pretty good. I mean, but it came with a bit of a charge in it already, so, you know, still 30 minutes for 5 minutes. There are extended batteries out there you can buy. They do have them for the UDI 816. When I find the part number again, I'll post the part number, because those same batteries will work in this one. Just LiteHawk doesn't have extended batteries for these things yet. I don't know if they're going to do it or not, but you know, I would think that they should for offering more flight time, you know, and you know, per charge, make it more fun. Anyhow, so that's pretty much it, and we'll give you an update video after we've got a whack load of flights on this thing to let you know if the motors are still working, blades and all that sort of stuff, you know. But you shouldn't be replacing blades very often on this thing because they are very well protected, you know, so that's really good. So that's awesome. And anyway, so if you got any questions, comments, feel free to leave them, and do the very best I can to answer them. But so far, pretty decent. Catch you after.